To another trek through the dungeon. We are doing fantastic. We are at the last of the, well, second last or last, depending if you're counting past version 0.26, required backgrounds before I can honestly claim that I've done Greater Player 2022. It's Wanderer, which is both the worst and best, depending how you count for a knoll. Best because no matter what you get, you have good aptitudes for it. Worst because one of the strongest things about being a knoll is being very good at your starting configuration, and I'm not getting a starting configuration if I'm playing random. But it just so happens, oh, look how delicious this is. I got exactly the two starting books I would have wanted. I've got the basic Wizard Opener, Blink's Mephitic Cloud, Call Imp, Magic Dart. I also have Canine Familiar, which is an excellent summoning start. I got a single Telly Scroll for an emergency button. Unfortunately, I also have a club, which is fairly useless to me. Problem is, look at the stat allocations. I was given int 12, which is terrible. So it's going to be a while before these become spam castable. And normally, all of my experience points would have been funneled directly into them. Unfortunately, as you can see, that wasn't the case. Although I did end up getting 7 in spellcasting, and they put a lot behind ice and summoning. Do I have a good ice spell? That would be a great time to use a good ice spell. I don't even have an ice spell, so that's useless for opening mana spending. So it's a bit of a mixed bag, bottom line. I think Small Mammal might be worth skipping. I'm going to pick up Call Canine Familiar or Call Imp or both, as well as Blink as soon as I can. I have 0 training with clubs, so using this club is a bit of a trap. I need to upgrade to a light weapon as fast as possible to make good on the fact that I'm going to have a very slow getting to level 1 and 2 compared to your average non-knoll race. It's all going to come down to what comes at me and in what order right now to see how lucky I get with this win or loss. Technically, the teleport scroll opener gives me a lot more survivability than if I had no known escape mechanism. I have one good escape button. I've got sling bullets, so I'll happily take a sling. I've got arrows, so I'll happily take a bow. No, not really. Bows require more training than I've got. Hey, we found our first target. We killed a bat. 10% the way to the next experience level. Okay, look at that. We took a ton of damage from a single rat bite. Probably because we have an AC of 2, which is not great. I am going to risk wearing this ring right away. That could have ended very badly if it had been a -4 to AC or something similar. We're going to switch off to this whip, which is significant speed upgrade. Should be below average, not very slow. Continue to retreat to the known. Technically, this would be considered a streak because I did just win my my last game. Ooh, dagger. That's actually the weapon I want. Because Mephitic stabs are probably going to comprise a lot of my mid-game play. Now we get another really good escape button, Blink. Unfortunately, it's a 22% fail. Ugh. We did start off with a rather heavy investment into summoning, so that's at least something that I can potentially lean on. Um, pardon me a second. I'm going to deal with this. I apologize for that phone call. All right, so where were we? Oh yes, doing dungeoneering, being very cautious. But now that we have Blink available, albeit at a significant fail, it's worth memorizing. Honestly, I would take it over nothing. If I was truly playing optimally, I would memorize Call Imp because the off chance of being in a position where I need a space creator and then I can use Call Imp for that is pretty small, but it's better than worrying about saving the spell levels by not memorizing a spell I'm not going to use long term. That being said, I'm already 20% the way out of this level, and once I get to Call Canine Familiar, I won't be using it at all, probably. So, yeah. I prefer the Wizard opening to the Summoner opener, but because all of my experience points were dumped into summonings, uh, I really am going to need to use the summoning style a little more in this game. Oh yes! Now I have my first real quiverable. So now I have boomerangs and poison darts. I've made it to level 2 without dying. I've got magic dart for distance. Technically, I have a decent opener. If I can get to level 3 and get Mephitic Cloud online, I will have most of what I need to win the game, and win the very early game through Temple. And while I'm at it, let's see how polytheist close I am. I don't think I'm even close yet, but we'll find out. All right, finish this floor up. Ooh, there's a rune cloak I have to go back for. Ruined. Well, that's a freebie. We no longer have the worst AC. Let's text this scroll that I have 3 of, Hope for Identity. It was a removed curse, which actually is useful. It means I no longer have to make life or death decisions every time I put an unknown item. Wushan and Uskayao should be easy to add to my bag. I've got a Storm Kitty of Jiva in some file or the other, so I can just close that one out at some point. Zin, I don't know. I'll have to deal with. Bayal means I have to do a Hilork one day. Fedas. Yeah, okay, so I've got a bunch of deities. I'm not close to this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 without going past 0.26. So that could be a future Ahmed goals, not something I want to worry about today. Alright, let me quickly flip over to the chat, see if anybody's here and watching. Oh, it looks like we've got a viewer. Hello there, and welcome to Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup, and welcome to the crawl. Yeah. Technically, it's tournament season right now, so I should probably at some point do a tournament game instead of sticking exclusively with this. Oh, go up before. Check this. That's the ID scroll. We're gonna search specifically for curing and heal wounds. We found 1, 2. So now we have multiple escape options. We have a heal wounds and Vorpal Scythe, man. I don't have curing yet. If he had confused me there, that could have ended badly. You can make the argument for diving past this floor in its entirety, but honestly, as long as I can eke out just a little bit more experience, enough to memorize Mephitic Cloud, I'll have an answer for Sigmund should I need it. I'm going to tough it out a little longer. Now, I'm pretty sure my points were put into shields, not into armor. Yes. So this EV penalty would be disastrous to my casting right now. How disastrous? Let's find out. It would take me from 6% fail to actually not untenable for level 1 spells. It's past level 1 where it becomes untenable. Anyway, whatever. New ID scroll. Do we have something to ID? Yes. Okay, we have curing, heal wounds, and haste. Technically speaking, my next priority should be probably a blink scroll to ID the blink scroll for safety. Probably. Oh, I almost forgot. We're memorizing Mephitic Cloud, and we're memorizing Canine Familiar. Canine Familiar is going to be my go-to when I need a higher damaging ability. Also, there were daggers that I forgot to pick up, so let's go get the nearest one. I'll get rid of you. There we go. Okay, we got a dagger handy. I would rather use my throwing poison darts than my sling bullets in most situations. So this is okay. Okay, this is bad. Miscasting Blink is probable. Miscasting Canine Familiar less so. There we go. We're out. We are alive. And our targets are dying. Our targets are dying. Our targets are dead. We're healing up. All that because I tried to melee a snake instead of mage my way through it. Next time we'll mage our way through it. You know, I could switch over to that plate armor, give up using spells for a little while, and then go from there. That's certainly a possibility. See what else is going on here. Oh dear. Let's see what else we got here. Good. Good, good. It's nice when it's easy. Alright, so we've got the opening of a good game here. Let's get our ally dog to deal with their non-ally dog. We'll use darts against you. By and large, right now, with an AC of 5, it'd be advisable to avoid direct confrontation. Yay, we got a free int point right when we need it, which is fantastic. Do we have things we need to ID? We do. Again, you can make the argument that I should be focusing on finding my blink scroll. Oh, I forgot to blink. Put Canine Familiar down for an air gap. Thank you. Very good. Very good. Okay, so we're getting close to Sigmund. How confident do we feel that we can fight him? About 24% confident. No, joking aside, Sigmund is scary, and I can always come back. He doesn't have a particularly valuable piece of equipment that I need, so we are going to work our way around him. We're not going to dodge the floor entirely because we do want the experience and items that this floor is going to offer us. And because Sigmund is no longer a clear and present danger that, or an existential threat, I can definitely Mephitic and try to work my way around it and cure out once. But it gives me, it's smart to be cautious around him. It always will be. Also, thanks for watching. And what else we got? New ring. We have remove curse, so it's pretty safe to put this on. Let's see what comes of it. Good. Well, that's a bad ring. Got another bad ring? Yes, it's a good thing I removed curse after trying both of them. We're going to ditch both of these rings. We'll just remove the teleport ring. Early game, you can sometimes wind up in weird situations where random teleports are still valuable, but not typically. Okay, the only thing we managed to clear the floor except the Sigmund, which is kind of exactly what we wanted to do. We'll go back there when we have Mephitic Cloud at 10% or better at some point and just clear that floor with ease. Plus 4 AC, definitely appreciated. Now our AC is no longer awful. Test read one of these. Unfortunate waste. We'll ID another one of these. Sphere. So now we have multiple escapes. I'm not as worried about getting specifically my blink scroll ID. I'm going to start investing ID scrolls in making sure to dodge my mutation potion so that I don't drink mutation at random down the line. And we'll go from there. D scroll. Another R-core. Do I need R-core or RF more? I say at this level of the dungeon, RF is A, more common, and B, more likely to happen when I'm not expecting it, so that's the go-to. I think Ally is the way to go here. Yeah. Both for the damage it brings, as well as the ability to escape behind it if I have to. With my AC of 10, I no longer am quite as insta-gibbed the moment I touch somebody. Oh, this is a nasty spot to be. Try to get out of it. Start poisoning everything. That hound has done real work. My God. It's taken a pounding. That is a Berserker's Altar, so be very cautious when approaching it. Can you kill that thing, please? Thank you. I'll finish the rest of you. Don't need animal skins, but I'll take the net. I think I have some throwing skill already, right? Yeah, it was one of the categories that bizarrely I got credit for as a wanderer, so I should be very good if I need to throw a net at something. Poison and bail, poison and bail. Poke, 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 poke. Finish him. Fatality. Having way too much fun. Alright, Mephitic 23, Mephitic 26. That's a pittance of difference. I'll take that. Well, actually, I'm what, 10-12 this way, and I'm 10-12 this way because of the +1, so I guess I won't take it. This is a bad staircase, so we're gonna just bail. And what's the other ID'd way down? Yeah, bail on that one too. I'll just take what's left. I don't want to go into that cluster if I don't have to. Much easier to go literally anywhere else. Good. Poison is the most likely way to get these guys killed by tagging them with a couple poisons. I don't want to approach to stab them because then I get exposed. I'd rather they either A, wander to me, which is fine. Chainmail and a flail. I'm not going to win this fight heads up. Let's just get the doggo and run. What is my odds of failing blink that I've done it twice? I haven't blinked once this game. There we go. Finally got my success. Once again, poison is the way to take these guys out. Because that way when they chase after me, they die. Or at least get softened up. You all down. Good. My turn. Cowardly, but that's the point right now isn't to be cool. The point is to not die. He's a poison target for sure, but he's also a mephitic target for sure. If he can confusedly hit himself in the head with his club, that's the optimal situation for me. Boom, baby. More intelligence. My intelligence of 15 is a much more respectable number than 10. Okay, great. One ID scroll, lots of potions. Let's start testing them. Yep, we ID'd a potion we did not want to drink. That's good. There are definitely more potions you don't want to drink than there are scrolls you don't want to read in a neutral situation, right? Degeneration hurts you for your next several combats. Immolation, vulnerability, as long as you didn't read them in combat, you're going to be fine. Just wait it out for 10 seconds. So I like to use my ID scrolls to improve my strategic, as a strategic tool instead of a tactical tool. Come on. Okay, we got the Orc Warrior. Yeah, going fisticuffs with any of these orcs has actually proven disastrous every time. Because I'm used to having like 7 skill with my weapon and my fighting when I'm picking a martial background or something. And because I picked Wanderer, I have 0 skill. So I'm actually getting an unusually low rating. Let's not tango with an Orc Priest at range. So let's not. But let's definitely not tango with an Ogre at range. With an Orc Priest backing it. That's the way I like to tango with you. Back off from the Ogre because it's coming nearer. Roll low. Roll low. Oh man, that was not good. I could have miscast Blink, gotten clubbed, and died. You know, when you're on a 2 streak, things like that, you realize them, but that's it. When you're on a 10 streak, that exact scenario, you start thinking of using up consumables to prevent that from happening. Thinking about. Then you realize you shouldn't have been in a situation where you had to use a consumable in the first place. And go kill him. Oh, now that you're both confused, you're easy stab targets. Easy-ish stab targets. Okay, this is a bad spot to be. Is this an upstairs? No. I'm sandwiched between 2 people who can deal 20 damage in 1 hit. I do not like the situation one bit. I don't care if my hound is confused as long as you all are as well. Let's tag this one with poison so that it dies when I run away from it. Let's tag this one with poison so that it dies by the time I run away from it. Got rid of one of them. The other I'm comfortable just running straight away from. Okay, priests are dealt with. Wizards are dealt with. And the rest will all be happy little surprises on the way. Good, 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 good. Boom, 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 boom. Feels good, man. What else we got going here? I don't think I want small mammal or call imp. Call imp, you could make the argument, but small mammal seems to be small potatoes at this point. I do feel more confident now in my ability to deal with a Sigmund, and I have a curing in case I've overestimated myself, so we're going to go back and deal with his ass. Get the opening salvo against him by making him confused and heavily poisoned. As sick as possible is what I like to hear. And then we'll just back off. There we go. Free agility is good agility. We don't have another thing. Let's get rid of some of these. There's the blink scroll. I now no longer have to worry about wasting it because I already did. If I had memorized whatchamacallit earlier, small mammal, to be optimal, or not small mammal, imp, when I hit level 2, that would have been my opportunity to undo it for free. So technically, now that hindsight is 2020, it was strictly inferior to not have made that decision. I'll take a dagger of freezing over a dagger of nothing, definitely. Dagger of freezing is far from my preferred brand, but it's better than nothing, for sure. Easy stabs are fun. Come here. I ain't going down that hallway. You're coming to me. Our general purpose aptitudes are now hitting level 3, so we can start to get just a little bit more greedy. Not a lot, just a little bit more greedy. We finally got our first wand. An invocable scarf. Oh, wand of acid. Hell of a first wand. Exactly the one you want first. Second, and possibly third. Digging is another one you want, obviously. I mean, just being facetious here, I guess. You know, there used to be a one called Wand of Healing that was effectively heal wounds potions that didn't have to be quaffed. And that paired really nicely with a scroll of recharging that let you put like 8-9 charges back on something. I think I rebrand the dagger. Honestly, freezing is really not a great option. Flaming is better. Flaming is a little better. Flaming unfortunately scales with weapon damage, so I want to say on a low damage weapon like a dagger, it's still not wonderful. But I'm no. Let's be honest. It's neither of these is good. Neither of these is good. Being able to apply weapon damage repeatedly, or sorry, elemental damage repeatedly, does have its advantages. Venom daggers do really well through the lair, or through early lair anyway, and would be high on my list of desirable brands. Ooh, but hey, I forgot about this scenario where we just burn a bear. I'm going to risk one big hit against me before I back off. That's the big hit. You will die, mortal. That's the big thing about fire versus ice. All the skeletons and all the zombies get that resistance to ice pip, whereas fire, they don't. It's not that it deals a whole bunch of extra damage, but the extra damage that it does deal counts. Have we missed any important things? We haven't found the temple yet. I am by, path of least resistance default going towards Gazog, especially in light of the fact that I have such a broad base of initial aptitudes. It'll be nice to have the ability to select what I actually care about when the time comes. Quick be right back. Once again, I apologize. It seems like I get popular when I get busy. So, we found the temple, and we went with Gazog. Lame, boring, predictable, not a challenge. And yeah, but in some ways, isn't that the point? That you can win the game 20 times and say, now that I've won 20 times, I know what's challenging and what's not. I don't necessarily always play this game looking to have a bad time. I play this game to have fun, to play good builds in an optimal fashion, or I challenge myself by choosing the challenge up front as a limitation and then looking for every way to optimize despite it. I have an acid wand I could be using in this situation. Maybe I should be considering that. Yes, you're not going to hit my hand. Oh my god, you hit your own hand? Seriously? Terrible. I don't care which of you dies, honestly. If the target dies, great. If my ally dies, I get to shoot my target because you're not in the way. Ooh, do I have RC? I felt like I had RC at some point. No, I have RF. That's fine. Never had a pit with RC. What's that? That's just a +1. Looking good. Alright. So far, so good. So far, so very good. Let's burninate in the countryside. No. Don't waste a charge when you don't need to. For God's sakes. You will be glad of those charges one day. Don't waste them. And I had Arc Corrosion that I could have whipped out in that situation if it was at all needed. Stop carrying stones now. I'm not going to throw stones, glass house or otherwise. Interesting. Okay, well, that's D6. Wanderer is fairly well launched. It's funny, if I had been playing, what have I been playing until now? Zom, just getting here would be a huge accomplishment. But now, playing a non-Zom, it feels like autopilot. That's perfect. I'll use evade and AC, and I'll swap for RF when I acutely need it. It's bad to be seeing too many enemies at once that can smite you from range. Yes, I'll risk being confused so that I can do this and finish them off. Poison darts are like 1 MP stings or 2 MP stings that you get to launch without using your MP. It's kind of fantastic. And with even a small amount of throwing, they can be very effective and very accurate, which for most characters is a waste because, you don't really need it long term. But for a Spriggan, it's free. So kind of fantastic, honestly. Waiting on potions of mutation BI. Okay, it's a game again. We just got double shafted with a Bailey. We don't have magic mapping. We do have multi-teleports. And I do have Mephitic. So if I can safely find the access to the Bailey, I would actually storm it. I kind of want to dive here. Depending on what I run into, that could be better or worse. He is confused. Take him out. Good. All right. I may be costing myself access to the Bailey, but the idea of taking on that trio with nowhere to run is terrifying to me. This is actually kind of worse. The bee will hopefully block their way after me for a little while. This is much worse. I do not want to teleport this floor if I don't have to. These bees are all confused. Let's try to walk past them. Okay, we don't have a safe escape going downstairs. That's the bottom line. As of now, we don't even have a resistance to confusion. And I have multiple telescrolls. I think I burn a telescroll here. It's the fastest way to explore more of this floor. Are you serious? Are you serious right now? It teleported me 1 step to the left. Not even that. Let's burn a fear to disable all these priests and get me out of the mess that I'm in. It did not work. It just put me into the other corner where there is yet another mess. I am capable of winning this fight, but not excited about it. We're going to acid burn these guys because I do need to reduce the volume that's coming at me. We're going to attempt to enslave the warrior. That will really turn the tide of this battle if I can pull it off. There we go. Let's get to work. Can you go and kill everything, please? There's another priest we're going to have to deal with. Why the hell there are so many orcs all of a sudden is beyond me. All I can expect is that the Orcish Mines is nearby. Please, you two warriors beat each other up while I stab one of them to death. Can you take on the priest as well, please? And just go somewhere far away from me? As predicted, dealing with enslaving that one warrior completely changed the tide of the battle, but that's at the cost of that. We're going to burn the second Fear Scroll right now because I need these priests disabled while I make a run for it. There's the Orcish Mines. And now I can choose to go all or none. I can choose to push to find the Bailey, or I can choose to run for it. Honestly, I'm a little afraid that I don't have the survival skills for a lot of different kinds of Baileys. I would be reliant on something that's Mephitic winnable. And it's probably not worth it. Yeah, all it takes is one bad engage and I'm back. Back where I was. Yeah, so we're just gonna escape. We're just gonna escape, clearly. I was really thinking about it because it would have been nice to get an early Bailey bonuses and maybe a potion of experience that would set me so far ahead, but nah. You die when you over prioritize portals over slow and steady play. There's enough experience in the dungeon to win without them, so definitely go for them when it's smart, safe, but don't overdo it. That's a +4 longsword. I am not a fan of getting hit by +4 longswords in general. I'm generally against being hit by +4 longswords. Thank God, finally got you confused. Just run. Seriously, right now, Polka? How can I not deal with a single Polka in melee? Now you're back. See that +4 longsword? 20 damage, one hit. Jesus. This is a bad fight. Let's do this. See, I knew it was bad. I knew running like this was a problem. Oh, come on. The only hope I had, so I had to go for it. You assholes. Okay. I think we just stood our ground. Got a win there. Let's go back for that longsword, please. That may be the best enchantment I've seen this game. +4. If I'm gifted another branding scroll, I might waste it on that just because it has +4 on it. And a +4 weapon is not to be treated too lightly. I don't have good direct damage that I can use here. I still haven't picked up a better weapon. This pack is going to be real hard if I can't split them up. I could, of course, always give up and use the acid to just win, though. So let's not get drawn into a unnecessarily challenging situation. If I get pulled, I just win that way. Oh, I have boomerangs. I bet you I can win with boomerangs. Just boomerang, boomerang, blink, boomerang, 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 blink. Yeah, perfect. Get hit by a halberd unnecessarily. Boomerang, 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 done. Next. Boomerang, boomerang, boomerang. Good. Good. Yeah, I think we go for it here. Should we just go for it? I think so. Once more, be right back. Alrighty, sorry for that delay. I once again return. And nearly died to a bunch of bees. Well, not really nearly died, but that was a painful situation. Ah. Do we dive? I think we dive. Yeah. This is less about diving down to that floor and more about having multiple explorations. But I think at this stage, as much as I don't like this open layout, it's worth it. The last store we found, look at it. The last store we found was what? I already have telehaste amnesia. Buying a random wand when I already have acid seems superfluous. Unknown scrolls can't be blink, haste, or telly. So I can't be blink or telly. Can't be, yeah, blink or telly. So probably don't need them. That's a nasty pack. Let's break it up. I'm gonna get distoed if I confuse them too close to the disto trap, so back off again and give them a second chance to catch up to me. The Bailey is almost certainly long gone at this stage. It's unfortunate. I still wish I could have gone to the Bailey, but I do think that I was one or two misplays or bad crowd controls or spell miscasts away from being dead. Like this. Can you like not melee an elephant? Would that be an option we could consider? Hmm? Thank you. You like get confused? Thank you. Stack all the poison and then we'll run for it. And we'll stay here until our mana is back and then we'll pop out a different door. This guy can berserk when he gets a little lower in HP, so we're just going to make sure that he's confused when that happens. Confused when he's lower on HP, not confused when he berserks. He won't berserk while confused. I think anyway. Oh, yes. We can ditch some of these lesser weapons now that our weapon choice is kind of narrowing out. And we can definitely wear an improved robe at this stage. I'll lose 1 AC point for that. Why do I have so little AC? I swear I had more AC than this before. Was I wearing something better? I took off my cloak? The devil did I take off my cloak? When I put on the Scarf of Invisibility. Yeah, that'd do it. Scarf of Invisibility is simply not worth it relative to the cloak. Okay, so that's awful. Lucky for me, even though I forgot what I was doing, I didn't get punished with a harpoon to the face. He's heavily poisoned and he is confused. That all bodes very well for me. Let's keep our very far distance. Fresh his poison as much as we can. Keep our very far distance, maintain his confusion, and then we'll go in for the stab finish. Gotta say, if I was in the early game, I wouldn't want to come across me. Mephitics blinks around all the time, tosses out poison darts. I'm like Sanja. We all good here. Do we have an ID scroll for some of these potions? Until I get mutation, until I read the mutation potion, I'm going to keep test reading them. Was that the lair? Nice. You hear the roar of battle. If it didn't disappear on me, maybe it's still possible to find it. Where would it be? It's not going to be in this direction. Oh, it doesn't say near or far. Maybe that's just a default statement. Or maybe there's some... I never understood the timer mechanics. So maybe because it was a shaft-based trigger, I somehow have more time than usual. And this floor is crawling with orcs. Hey, free AC. Right, we can come back for gold. I'm more concerned about crossing distance to find the Bailey right now. Come here. Kill you close by. Okay. Mirror will kill certain uniques. That's nice. And just give me an ally in a pinch. It's also nice. No Bailey. The fact that I'm not seeing warnings about the Bailey disappearing would really make me think either the Bailey doesn't time out, which, hey, I don't know how I would have not noticed that, or it's timed out already and that was just a courtesy message to saying it's on this floor. I wouldn't have taken on a two-headed over that way, but a single, I feel comfortable now. Okay, no Bailey. Justin Bailey. Looks like we've accumulated a few different folk watching from Twitch and from YouTube. Hey guys, thank you so much for being here. For anyone watching me, especially on YouTube, please let me know if the stream is working well, or if there's any issues. I am still in my early phase of figuring out how the YouTube streaming works relative to Twitch, where I've been streaming a little longer at this point. All right, so where is this stinking Bailey? Having a real hard time finding it, clearly. Just gonna pound you to submission. I'm back on that altar. If I'm not getting any warning messages about it, I'm going to treat it as though it simply doesn't exist. Dagger of Venom I saw. I'll take a Venom. Oh, I saw a Venom something. There it is. Generally speaking, I'm going to stack poison and back off more than I'm going to stand my ground with fire. Especially when it comes to going for Mephitics and failing and then succeeding. We haven't missed any artifacts. Okay, good. As in cross them, not realize we crossed them and not use them. Alright, so this was where the Bailey was hidden. We weren't going to find that. We would have had to recognize that that stone archway had a Bailey hidden in it when we crossed it. And even then, we were being shepherded by this guy with a retinue at the time in an unknown triple shafted floor. It's fine. It's fine. Sucks, but it's fine. Now, losing the gauntlet would have made me even more sad, because the gauntlet usually is one of those great, if you can pass this far, you hit a tipping point that sets you ahead for the whole game. But, you know, you take what you can. Are we done here? Yeah. So do we back up to the lair, or do we deep dive to the Orcish mines? I think at this stage we summon a shop. A little early, but I am missing armor pieces, I am missing books, and I do not feel like I have a good method of dealing with poison resistance fast creatures like the cane toad or the hydra. I can escape them with my blink, and that's about it. I would really like the next step, whatever that might be. So we'll take our chances on a merchant call. Weapon shop, assorted antiques, magic scroll. Well, nothing great, but we'll take antiques. I'll take antiques. What do you got? Nothing great. The blink scroll is always nice, though. It's a one-up in the right situation. It's very expensive, but I'll take it. Heal wounds, I have one already. I have 3 already, so it's not worth paying half my money to get another. The rest of these could take or leave, honestly. So, back where we started. Let's take Orcish Mines. Technically, this is the quote-unquote wrong order, but I almost said in practice it's going to be safer than Lair, but then this happened. I have two choices. I can stand my ground. I can blink out of this runaway and try and fight them. I can leave and pray to God that when I come back here next time, I don't get insta-gipped going in. I'm going for the second option. Leave and then try to come back here some other day. Like much, much later. Lair is effectively locked out at this stage. There's no expectation that I'm going to be able to go back there. That's a glaive, I believe, so I really don't want to be in range of it ever. Is the main highlight of how I'm dealing with him right now. As long as I can safely keep my distance from him, poison will kill him eventually, and that's the winning tactic I'm going for. He's wasting a single turn to hit the hound. That buys me the space I need to keep refreshing all of my poison on him. And down to my last poison dart, however, so I do need to pick some new ones up now. I'll go to where he is, where he was, to grab them from here. 1, 2, 3. That should be enough for now. Stack the poison up nice and good. Missed with the Mephitic. Door closing is another good tactic to stall him. I took one hit to the face, but he doesn't have throwing, so that's fine. %84 odds of capping him in a net. That's great. While his ability to block is low, let him be poisoned and killed. Whew. Yeah, we need to be super cautious about entering the lair, though. Let's say the Orcish Mines, because that is an unusually large number of enemies to put immediately at the door. But oh, did I not pick up my? I forgot to pick up all my poison darts. I'll have to go back for those. Hey, come here real quick. I said come here real quick. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. One good blink, please. Is this not where I had all of my darts? Yeah, this is before I had my darts. Okay. Let's get to work. We're gonna need to chip our way through this one piece at a time. Until such time as we find some better spells, we can expect this to be a very slow, methodical process. I'm going to try to save charges as much as possible for situations I can't escape otherwise, or in particular for hydras that I think I would be able to enchant. I'm fairly sure I'd be able to enchant some hydras. Also, unless I completely forgot about it, which is entirely possible, I don't think I've come across a shield yet. I do need one of those. I don't think I've come across gloves yet, or a helmet. Okay, good. I mean, not good, but good that I didn't forget anything. Can we dagger that guy? Doubt it. We'll try. Nope, cannot dagger that guy. Switch back to our good weapon and wait. Why is this our good weapon? Because we already have enough attack skill to make attack speed average. There's the Hydra that we've been dreading. What do we have that can deal with the Hydra? We can net it 98% of the time while asleep. We can boomerang it, net it 82% of the time. That's a safe bet. We probably boomerang blink a couple times. Yeah, it kind of just destroys my allies. Just tanking everything. Can I paralyze them? Not really. My odds of paralysis are low, but not super low. If I waste 4 casts or so, I probably get 1 paralysis off, and then just win it. Yeah, that's not bad. I don't have an ID scroll. There's a book though. That could be the answer to my prayers. If I get some 2 spells online. Well, they're not really tier 2 spells, but Dazzle Flash and Foam Prism can hold up in a pinch. Let's go ahead and get at least one of those under my belt. See how that plays out. Just start doing that. Oh, right. Can't put it in such a way. That it doesn't get to activate. So a single one can't kill a toad yet. Doesn't have that kind of power. Yeah, we're okay. We're okay. The thing to remember is, you guys who don't know me as well know that I hate using consumables ever in any game because I'm afraid I won't have enough for when I really need them. And that is something that Crawl forces your hand on so that you learn to get better at it or you suffer. In this game, you have to use your consumables in tactically appropriate situations. And the worse race class you're using, the more skillfully you have to optimize your consumable usage to compensate. The correct number to use is usually a little higher than a little lower than a bad player thinks, but a little higher than just a good player thinks. And that leads to things like guys like me who have won many, many, many games feeling like food was a serious clock restriction prior to its removal, when in reality, no, it wasn't. Decent players knew to just eat their permafood and have a strong sense of how much they would have, and it was always more than enough. And players like me would end the game with 30 and 40 rations, or 20 and 30 rations, and still be like trying not to waste a ration when we could eat a chunk or whatever. Boomerang from range. Those guys still hit hard. Really, it's just Hydras I'm afraid of right now because a bad Hydra engage with the wrong number of head bites could still cost me the game very quickly. I do have a decent evade stat, but weight of dice really works well against evade, in my opinion. Okay, this is like the worst possible engagement that I've taken here for some reason. I don't know why I'm insisting on stating my ground against them. Let's just run to a nice hidey hole, pull out an ally, and then take him on like this. Yeah, that's better. That's much better. Okay, let's confuse you and then beat the snot out of you. There, go chase him down. All right, Mr. Worf, go kill him, said Cartman. I am not Mr. Worf. I play a character. I am Michael Dorn. I play a character called Worf. Are we good here, or are we gonna die? We are okay, but let's get closer to the instant retreat that I want, just in case I need it. But I have to remember to use this a little bit more liberally. We have enchant weapon, but clearly this has become my mid-game weapon, whether I like it or not. Until such time. Oh shit! I hate boulder beetles. They're so hard to deal with. I don't know if we got the beetle or not and all that, so let's get to a nice safe hidey hole. Yeah, we double blasted and the beetle took 0 damage near as I can tell. Probably was already mid-roll. They should be poisonable and mitigable. Now he's rolling. Oh, he's confused rolling, so that's good. Hate when that happens. But it's a nasty situation getting worse, so I don't need to stand my ground. I can just run for it. I'm definitely going to burn scrolls to enhance my power right now. Probably should memorize IMB. I hate Issikundur's Mystic Blast ever since the update. I feel like they've nerfed the direct damage and made it an unreliably AoE-ish spell. So it took what Issikundur's Blast... IMB used to be a pure conjurator's next step up from Magic Dart, right? And now it's kind of a no man's land in between, doesn't have a clear identity spell, in my opinion. Landmine, oh, landmine, landmine, landmine. You guys take the time to strangle an illusory hound. That is your problem. Let's get out of here. Half health, no mana. Half health, more mana. My stats are finally in a decent place. I think I will take Dazzle Flash just to have an alternative. No, Searing Ray. Just to have an alternative that deals good direct damage. That. Whoa, what the hell just happened to me? Oh, I'm taking serious poison damage. I do want to either cure or teleport out of here. I think cure is fine. I don't have fear, do I? No. That boulder beetle is the scary thing right now. If it gets me with a good roll, I'm sunk. So let's make sure we shoot him a Fittic in its direction to maximize my survival odds. We'll pull you. That's fine. You're probably not going to hit too hard. And then we'll start Zongle dorking in your way. Zongle dork is actually a thing. I need to not say that. Okay. What's next? Boulder beetle. Again. Dang. How many resets will it take before I finally get this thing killed? Or before it fails to let me reset once? Let's go with a dagger stabber approach and just like lay in the poison. There we go. Now it's gonna die. Good. Good. Once again, let's go back to our base weapon. Keep pouring. Do I open another store in hopes of finding a good book, or do I keep pushing onwards? I think let's get our money a little bit higher, for the only reason being that if I open a bookstore right now, I probably can't afford any good books in it. So I'd like to be able to open a bookstore and pay for something before I commit. And who knows, in the time that I wait, I might just obviate the need for it by finding what I'm looking for without it. I'm open to a wide variety of spell directions forward, but I do want to be a caster, so. No, stop. Why must you torment me so? I'm realizing the part of the reason I'm having so much frustration with Fulminant Prism is it's probably a 2-school spell at most. Let's see. Yeah, 2 school at most, and I am unfortunately, as a result, because I'm a Knoll, my ability to train its spell power-wise is going to be stilted since I can't focus train. I would prefer a 3-spell school, right? Or a multi-spell school anyway. Or I would at least want to be so focused in conjurations that the offset wasn't a big deal. Instead, I'm dabbling in everything, including conjurations only. A dabble rather than a deep dive, so. Oh. Oh. Alright, we good. There's a buckler. Let's go back to the buckler. At this point, I can almost certainly wear it with no damage to my spellcasting abilities. That's fantastic. What's next? I guess I push a little deeper. Go for a stabby. Nope. Run. Bad scenario. Got out of it alive is what counts, but what cost? Now that I'm translocated to slow, this might be a time to do this. I know it seems like a little bit of overkill, but I'm slowed poisoned and being chased, so yeah, I'll take a bit of overkill over a bit of under. Lord knows I'm not going to remember to use that mirror later, so I'll make up for it. I'll try a different door. Hey, extra blink scroll. Always welcome. 4 blink scrolls. Bergal and Fanar. Ugh. I don't have RC. Ugh. We're running for it. But not too far, huh? Because Fanar is still very killable. Save big money with Fanar. We're just gonna net and then stab, I guess, for the finish. Okay, that did not work at all like planned. Let's get out. We now have 2 stairs that I'm afraid to go down, and only one that I feel vaguely comfortable with. We still are in a bad situation here, running for our lives. This is not a bad time to acid, honestly. Get ahead a little bit that way. And now we can try and find the optimal path forward. That was a risk, trying to win it outright, but with him corroded, I figured it was my best shot. It was good damage, but not close enough. Obviously, I didn't die, or I wouldn't be so cavalier about it. I don't want him to get magic energy in this situation. We're just going to run away. And maybe we take over? No, that's a bad odds. I hate this. Probably going to have to blink. Not very helpful. Okay, we got him. We got him without wasting any resources. That's the key. So we've got Fanar on one door. We've got multi-cane toad on the other door. We have no resist poison. What's the last door? Oh, definitely take that. You seriously put me to sleep in 1 turn, huh? Let's put confusion out first so that my odds of being slept and killed are lower. I saw Snorg out of the corner of my eye, so sleep Snorg is another death sentence. So between these 3 death sentences, which is the least murderous? I would argue that a vanilla cane toad or 2 is the safest odds. So let's go here. Oh, you're here. Good. Come upstairs. We're just gonna quick finish you. A couple of these. Of course, I should have stepped away at the last second. That was quite stupid. Set up a beautiful kill trap at the exact right position and then walk away from it. Yeah, you can come upstairs too. That's fine. Seriously? You're wandering far away. Coincidence? Okay. I think that's everything we need here. We're definitely going to charge up acid because that was one of the few tricks up my sleeve that I haven't been making much use of because I'm saving it. Although you could argue I've been using it liberally since I went from however many charges down to my last 4 or 5. Yeah, we're just gonna walk away from that. Fanar is back. Cold resist, staff of cold. Doesn't mention vulnerable to fire, is he? Blah 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 blah. Doesn't specify that he's vulnerable to cold, so I'll assume he isn't. But I can kill him here, so I'm gonna have to try. Let's quickly triple down on fulminant prisms for the finisher. That did not work. And worse yet, it alerted half the dungeon to what we're trying to do. So now it's kind of now or never. I think we go with acid to finish this guy. We need to get the danger of this floor down pronto. And Fanar is probably the scariest option to remove from play. I will take a +2 robe of cold resistance happily, even at the risk of standing in the range of Aklob to do it. We're not obviously going to put it on. We're not morons. We're going to wait until we're safe at a distance. We're now getting wolves. That's great. We're heavily poisoned. That is not great. Also not getting wolves. That was just a one-time deal, apparently. 67% paralyze is really good odds. I'm going to go for that. Good. Bring out the poison. So far, I've managed to save my curing potions this whole time. That's fantastic. Something else we were doing here? I don't have ID scrolls. Oh yeah, we were going to wear a robe. That's right. +1 AC, RC base, and I have an RF ring, so now I can poly resist on demand. That's great. Here's Snorg, another major threat this dungeon floor had for me. Was following me very well for a guy who's confused and groping around blindly. Once again, I don't want to waste poison on him since I'm not going to be finishing him just yet, so we'll just run away. This is what it looks like when you're not yet powered up and you're trying to make ends meet. At 1,300 gold, I think I can risk a bookshop if I can summon one. Let's try. Antique armor, antique weapon, get it, so fail. Antique weapon could be nice, but let's go with armor because I'm missing so many slots. I will definitely take the gloves, which is the only slot that I'm missing that it's offering, and that's all I can do. I don't care. That's something. I could afford a ring mail, but honestly, with +2 enchant on what I'm wearing already, I probably shouldn't. Again, I'm definitely going to get better than this eventually, so it's just a matter of getting to the point of the game where I'm survived long enough to get better than this. Oh my god, what I wouldn't give for a solid tier 2 spell set. Not something that's like off-brand and kind of functional. Okay, we're just gonna pull him upstairs actually. As long as he doesn't rage. If he didn't, I think I can kill him. Pretty sure I can kill him. Wait, how many times have I made him confused in my Mephitic Cloud? So clearly that part is working out just fine. There we go, got him. Compare this to playing an Ice Mage that got an early wizardry and has Ozil's refrigeration online, right? And you'll understand why I'm considering this to be such a slow game by comparison. %, odds. Oh, did I use the wrong? Yeah, I used enslavement by mistake. That's fine. I'm actually trying to gonna try and kill him. When you're at 4 heads and you're a fire weapon, if you get first strike advantage and knock him to 3 heads, you can kill him real easy. You can reduce your risk heavily. You're not going to get as many strikes to do anything to you with. Do not go up a space. Do all your nasty from here, because sleep stabs hurt. Even sheep stabs hurt when they're sleep stabs. Okay, we got a kill. And now we run. I don't know how we walked into each other and walked away from each other. I'm gonna guess Gazog, but yeah. Gazog. Yeah, I'll read that. We are obviously building a nice fire sword here. How I'm this stealthy is beyond me. Lord knows I'm not taking stealth gear or anything. I guess technically I still wore something as light as a robe, so probably give me something, right? Did I get drained? I did not get drained. Good. Okay, I'll definitely take fear, please. We can ditch sling bullets in their entirety. I'll take fear. Cut an elephant into pieces. That's an 8-headed Hydra, significantly scarier than the 4-headed variety. 4-headed. 4-headed, not 4-headed. The goal here is to simply taunt it into dying with boomerangs alone. And that worked. Oh, they're javelins now. Find the jabs. Yeah, we'll go for that. Okay, whatever. We'll get them eventually. Javelins are awesome. Javelins are probably what I'm going to end up needing if I don't get something better to deal with Orcish Mines opening, where there is that giant assortment of enemies right at the door. Something that I can mass confuse and carve my way through them with. Good. Okay, so that doesn't work. I'd hope that just standing still but doing other stuff might have helped. Let's shaft this guy. Thank you. Break up the attack into multiple groups that are more manageable. Oh, wolf. I love wolves. Ally wolves are very strong. To get them going. I'm pretty sure at max piety you get to have 2 of them, which obviously is much better than 1. Prime Drake, Die Drake. Die Drake. Come here. Stay there. Stay down. Motor Dragon bit him, and that's what chunked his health so well. We have a lot of unknown potions. I think this mutation could easily be something I have 1 or 2 of at this stage, so drinking those blindly does risk playing premature mutation roulette. No, the problem is this. Orcish Mines is where I'm going to go for a bookstore chance, and yet I clearly would like a bookstore before I go in. How many heads? 5? Yeah, you can follow me upstairs. That's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, double bus. Nope. Okay, follow me upstairs, guys. I'm going for like a Mephitic Stabber's approach, but with a giant fire sword, so instead of stabbing, I just cut him up. What's the odds of controlling one of you guys? Pretty bad, very good. Why don't you start a fight? Oh, because you'll lose it horribly. I've got one Death Yak. And only one. And there's a whole herd of them, so I'll pull one of them and then go from there. The fact that I can tab fight my way through a Death Yak is kind of amazing. I wonder if they're smart enough to not walk into lava when confused. I doubt it. I think that they are exactly the kind of creature that would stumble around while confused next to lava and then get sizzled. Definitely sizzled. I am incorrectly identifying the threat level this monster represents. I'm thinking that I can take it on, but 40 HP, he can probably two-shot me or one-shot me, depending on luck. There we go. Let's find out. Would you walk around next to lava if you were confused? Yes, and get incinerated. Good to know. Didn't think Death Yaks were particularly smart, but I didn't think they were exactly lambs to the slaughter. Ooh, good acid, good acid. Not anymore, it's not. Okay, now it's a good acid. Oh, my acid one doesn't reach that far. That's interesting. There we go. Boom. And get that confusion in the air, please. Can we start javelining these guys? Soften up the Hydra in particular and anyone who's coming after him in general. Okay, now we can finish him. Keep the dance going, monkeys. Dance, monkeys. Dance. That was an awesome use of every tool and bottleneck. Love it. ID my stuff. Brilliance. Brilliantly unhelpful. ID my stuff. Magic. Good to know. ID more stuff. What? 2 potions of experience? Oh my god, gimme now. I'm not gonna wait. Boom. Boom, baby. Irrelevant, since my problem right now is that I'm using the equivalent of a magical dagger in the face, and a throwable or two in the face of threats that are far beyond that point of the game. But nice in that it gets my casting errors even lower, it buffs my armor, like it makes my soft skills better. That's what they need to be. Are we good here? I don't know for sure, but I think entropy weavers are corrosive at range. So we're going to switch out to a resist. I think we should have enough javelins to target him, so we're going to immediately start targeting him from this range. As many as we can do. Let's also do an acid charge or two just to finish. Oh, it's not going to work. That's fine. There may be more than one entropy weaver. That guy's at full health. There are, in fact, more than one entropy weaver, so that guy is still at full health. All right, we're going to back off nice and slow. Entropy weavers are fast, intelligent, hit 4 times for 17 damage with the ability to corrode without line of fire. Yeah, that's really good. They don't resist poison, however, which is why they're getting confused, which makes them a lot less scary than I thought they were. I thought that they resisted poison, which obviously means they will resist mephitic, which would make them awful. We're just going to run for it all the way out, and then we'll deal with this one when we come back. All right, come. I can take one-on-one. We can take you. I got confused and heavily corroded for my trouble. That's not great. Okay, I just got massively beat up and wasn't paying attention. I need to heal wounds at this point for how much damage I took. And can we net this guy? Yeah, let's do that. Okay, that did nothing. And with corrosion 12, I might even need to tele out, honestly. This guy won our first attempt completely. Like, good job. Did not realize you were that dangerous. You were dangerous, didn't know you were that dangerous. And remember, I'm wearing resist corrosion, so maybe whatever ability he's using that corrodes does so in a fashion that can't be blocked. Okay, so I used all my mana, didn't kill him. And now I'm getting the mass corrosion again. Whew. Taken down by boomerangs in the end. That's such a pain. What else you got? Yeah, basic ants are a lot less scary. We'll just flame on, done. Flame on, done. Come here. Me, I'm not actually as afraid of. Ooh, Catoblepus. I could use you. Yeah, if you could Petra. Oh, no, 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 no. I tab fought into it. What's the best way to stay alive here? Is probably drop a Mephitic Cloud right where he's about to walk into so he can't just charge me. We survived, barely. Now we run for it again. Queen Ant is killed, that's what counts. And anything following me through these clouds is going to get stoned, so the only thing I have to worry about now is the stoner himself. Notice how I cleverly avoided the stairs on that path so that they wouldn't get calcified? Proud of that. Do I give up on Lair at this stage? I'm not at the bottom even, that's the thing. This is not even the worst it gets. But I feel like I'm slowly but surely not getting locked out of this floor, but getting challenged. Oh no! One too many tab steps. Could I die here? It's possible. Let's drop an ally so that he can hold the pass. And then everything else looks like it got calcified. So I was okay. The Tubler. Things are following me. How do I deal with this? Let's not be on the staircase, that much is for sure. And then, not on the staircase, I guess the next step would be, sorry about that, can stab avoid. I think I go around and back off, but then try to get everything incinerated. That's my best bet. Like, for example, if I can get him confused right here. Oof. Yeah, I can't risk that. Definitely can't risk that. Alright, there we go. That's what we're looking for. We got them covered. If you follow me, you're 50-50 to die walking into the fire. And it looks like he was smart enough to stop before he follows. So the Catoblepus, and now he's going to calcify the stairs, so we won. But hey, we got rid of everything else that was following, so that's good. Burn him out, and there we go, we're set. Whew. Oh, howdy there, Andrew Luck, how you doing? I did not see your message for a bit, my fault. So I thought the tournament had already started. Have I missed that? Maybe I'm incorrect. But in either event, this is version 0.26. I have been working on Greater Null for the better part of the year. My goal is to complete Greater Null before the year's end. Technically speaking, if you're going by If you're going by all races, obviously, all classes, then you need to beat it with all classes. But if you're only doing it in version 0.26, which was kind of my intent, oh shit, hang on, I gotta pay attention. How much can you hit me for in one turn? 36 damage. I'm tempted to risk it. I think I have enough HP to tank that. I'm going to keep hitting him. I'm not going to back away or heal off. Nope. Nope. Good. Whew. Sorry. Yeah, so technically you have to do Cinder Acolyte as well. And because I barely play outside of, here you can see it here, because I barely play outside version 0.26, Cinder Acolyte is still on my list of uncompleted backgrounds. But if I clear Wanderer soon, today, tomorrow, day after, whenever, then maybe for the tournament I go for the grand finale and greater player in the tournament. That could be fun. Elephants, follow me, elephants. I've been having a hard time finding a tier 2 spell to damage you with, but I found a lovely pit of fire. Seriously. Lovely pit of fire. How are you guys dancing around the fire and not falling in this much? Seriously? There you go. Got one of them at least. Come on, elephants. You know you want to kill a simple knoll. And the thing is, it looks like their gold is getting sizzled, but actually you get paid off. Ooh, well, if the tournament starts tomorrow, then I have way more time to be in the tournament than I thought. I thought I was going to miss the whole thing, honestly, between work and kids and work and kids. I will paralyze kill this guy, or I'll just take him out straight up. I have to recognize that when I came into the lair, I was a good 3-4 levels lower at least, and my AC was a serious limitation. Now I have 16 AC, which is probably enough to go toe-to-toe with the Hydra and not be insta-gibbed. And all I need is not be insta-gibbed, and I can do quite a bit against them. Alright, well, I'm probably just going to have to quit after a lair today. I don't have that much more time today. Thank you. Come again. Right. More blink is more. All right, I think. Oh God, no! Did not mean to advance into the lair. So I've done, I've done entropy weavers and an anthill, and lair in general, and 4 nagas, all without resist poison. And oh Jesus, where are we? This Tabby is getting me killed. I guess it's on my mind because of just how many poison darts I myself have thrown. Do we run? Yeah, I think we run here. Sandra, it's wonderful to see you, and I'm glad you were able to catch at least some of the stream. So, yay, welcome. And yeah, I don't know if you've been following any of my crawl before, or if you're following me before for Netrunner, Tetris, or any of the other games I play, but always good to meet people. Oh, if I'm wearing a shield, this is useless to me. So yeah, forget these. I'm not even going to collect them because I'm not taking my shield off to use a bow anytime soon. The only situation I could see that maybe happening is a ranged lock situation like the Bailey. And since the Bailey is in fact never going to come back in this round, forget about it. Forget about it. Layer 5. Painstakingly won every inch. Are you serious? What is with these openers? My God, what I wouldn't give for a good AoE spell. I said a good AoE spell, Yara. A good one. Just come upstairs, all of you. I don't care anymore. I'm just going to cut you off ribbons. Having to use Mephitic Cloud constantly as my only spell through Layer 6 without resist poison, just taxing. not taxing on my resources, taxing on the nerves. It's a very methodical, slow way to play. That's actually a really dangerous poison enemy. Let's give it the respect it's due. But its AC check should be very bad against this Fulham Prism. Okay. I'm getting my... If you ever play a fighting game and get trapped in the corner, I feel like I just got trapped in the corner. Oh, Diogen, hey! How do you do? Yeah, this is very similar to NetHack in that it's from the same genre, Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. I've logged... Actually, this could be interesting. I've logged hundreds of hours online, I think. BountyHunter has played 790 games between 2011 and won 66 of them. So that's total turns, total play time, 15 days. No, sorry, 43 days plus. I've played a lot of this game. That being said, most of my play initially was offline, and I didn't start winning all the time until fairly recently. Now I win, not trying to brag, so trying to say exactly the truth. Now I win more often than I lose when I try to win. That's probably true. I just got off of a 14 win streak, which I don't know how much you know about NetHack, but win rates are not meant to get that high. And it's kind of awesome when you can pull that off. It's very well balanced, very well made. I tend to prefer some of the older versions to the latest stable. Okay, this is nuts. I think literally I've attracted the entire open span of floor here at once to a very bad kill corner for me without adequate means of dealing with it and with very little to my name. I think what I need to do here is enslave the cane toad or the polar bear, but they're confused and crippled. Okay, so I nearly died because of that decision. The number of sleepy sheepies is going to get me killed. I have enough blink scrolls to get out of here, so I'm going to blink once to the far end, blink once to the far end, and then just escape. Very, very, very awful loss of resources. Yeah, that... Oh, had no idea that we had pro gamers who played from Netrunner who crossed over. That's fantastic. Programmers, sorry. That's fantastic. I could have died after the first blink scroll very easily there if I got sleepy sheepied, and it would have been entirely my fault for thinking that I could afford to enslave in that situation instead of blinking sooner. I think what I'm going to do here is summon another store and hope for the best. That's the third time that I've unfortunately failed to get what I want. I'll go with a general store this time. Oh my goodness. Okay, so what we're looking at here is a very expensive short sword of Rousseau that gives me near perfect fire and cold resistances with a bonus to strength and a +4. That's actually really good in general. Specifically for my position right now, though, it's a little less important. I'm not dealing with a lot of fire and cold yet. Huh. It's actually a tough situation. I think, honestly, just taking the resist poison dagger is good enough for now. So we'll take it, and then we'll remove the curse. So now we have a lousy dagger, a reasonable mid-tier scimitar, and we can swap between them when necessary. We're going to go down the last staircase and hope it's better than the first two. It is not. But see, already the resist poison is paying off against the Guardian Serpent. Now that we can melee Mephitic with a dagger, we're a little bit stronger. Okay. Why don't you come upstairs? Why don't you really come upstairs? How am I going to kill you? I don't have any tools. Even my summon wolf is still weak. I guess I'm experiencing the full Wanderer experience where all your starting tools and power are low, and because you're a null, you can't focus train anything, so it stays low for a long time. I guess the question I have to ask myself is, would I rather take on the orc greeting party and go straight to the orcish mines, or am I still okay here? I think the answer to that question is, if the orcish mines greeting party is as bad as I left it, I'm probably better off here, or at least it's not all at once. Think of that situation that nearly killed me, right? I don't want to deal with that again. Javelin you guys down. But I'm not used to going this far into the game without a stable combat loop in mind, or a game plan, I guess. And I'm definitely not used to burning all my Gozog money this early and not getting anything for it. This is also now an unsafe staircase, given the amount of things coming at me at once. I'll switch over to the Flaming Scimitar to finish you, and then back to the awesome Dagger of Awesome. Or the simple dagger of resist poison so that I can defend myself and not die. All right, we got out. We're alive. Thereto art thou happy, as the priest in Romeo and Juliet would say. Pull. Good. Back here. Why don't I just shout and you guys come to me, and then I pull you upstairs, eh? How's that sound? I'm not going to take you on in your hidey holes. You can come to mine. All right, good. Good. Am I still wearing a robe? I think I should upgrade to at least leather at this point, just for the bonus to AC. It is a bonus, right? Actually, it's a net loss because it's unenchanted, so not so much. There were some shiny ring mails I could go back and try on if I'm really peckish. But I'd rather not waste my money. Are you serious? I'm going to die to 2 freaking redbacks. Alright. I technically can get out of this without using a cure potion. So let's try for that, but then we'll use a cure potion the moment it looks like I'm not going to make it. Still gonna make it. Still gonna make it. Not worth risking. We'll use the curing. All this over 2 redbacks, my god. Yeah, I could have stabbed him to death in a second, but nope. To be fair, that is the first cure out of status effect I've done all game, so I can't complain. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, pull. It's fine. I need to remind myself that until I'm in a stronger position, playing systematically is the best hope I have of winning this. So let's play systematically. We've already gotten surrounded and gotten 2 blink scrolls, that were not strictly necessary to use up. So. For all my highfalutin talk about how good players know not to waste consumables, great players know when to use them. Yeah, that's all well and good, but I am not a great player. I mean, technically I'm a great player, but I'm not a greater player, so I need to be super confident. Exactly. Cure Potion is one of the most common potions in the game. It makes no... Oh no, I wasn't on the stairs. Yeah, I can do it. 1 and pull. It makes no sense whatsoever to risk losing the game to save 1 cure potion when the only possible remedy is getting 0 hits while you're being chased by not 1 but 2 dangerous enemies. So I'm thinking that, and I could be wrong here, but it seems like if a Fulminant Prism hits a Fulminant Prism, only 1 of them goes off. That could explain why I've been losing so much out in terms of damage output. And yeah, I've done Delver, so I guess I did do that outside. If that wasn't introduced yet, then maybe I did do that in version 0.27 or something. But Ditto, I'm like just one short. I feel like once you get the title, you should keep it forever. Like it's an emblem as opposed to forcing you to go back and re-earn your title constantly. Let's get an ally down and then let's drop a confused clap. We're gonna have to take. Oh, yes! Yes! All the sheep. Thank God. Those guys got me damn near killed on multiple occasions. I'm so glad to see them gone. Okay, what else you got? Pole. And now we've decompressed the floor. Now we can just go ahead and hopefully start to just take things out more straightforwardly. Because I don't care. Where's my whacking stick? Seriously? The moment you get careless is when the game decides to deal you a reversal. Every single time. You know what I think? I think the power level of my spells has gone up as a whole, and that's why suddenly my phone prisms are doing noticeable damage. Because they definitely were not this effective when I first got them online. I almost said first installed them, such a netrunner. But yeah, first got them online. Up, up, come through the breach. Yeah, see, that's more what I was expecting. Useless. Searing Ray targeting you. Mephitic Stab Attempt. Finish him. Fatality. Yeah, we'll pull you up. I'll smack you down. I'll flip this over and do it again. I just realized this is a Vorpal weapon, so it's dealing the extra Vorpalizing damage too. Let's go to the Fire Pit to finish this. I think that might be the best approach. I think they may be intelligent enough not to walk into one, but on the off chance they're not, I would rather fight them there for an extra roll at not having to whittle them down with a perfect stab. Yeah, okay, they're not smart. One of them straight up got incinerated. Man, this fire pool has served me well. Little terrain feature become a core part of my strategy. It's the conjure flames that every mage wishes they had. The big lava pit. If I had a perma flying ability, my god, it'd be even better. Just hover and fly over into the middle of it and then, wait for my time. Okay, we got one. Two. You guys can come next. Plenty of fire for if you want. Just stab finish. Stab finish. Good. I need to do more netrunner too. Okay. This is the death hole that nearly became a kill. Sorry, this is the kill hole that nearly became a death hole. Is there any way out of this? I guess if I do this. Yep, there we go. That stopped him from charging straight into me. And now that he's confused, I can try for a stab finish. Try to confuse him and stab finish him again. You're picking the wrong target. The death hole, aka the kill hole. Too far away, that's not going to hit. Seriously? Seriously. All right. Well, what's we got here? We got a special ring. I like special rings. Special rings are sometimes amazing. What I don't need right now, unfortunately, is a special ring. What I need right now is a book with better damaging options. Right now, everything I'm rocking is just a little too weak. You know what I would take totally right now is Ignite Poison or maybe AoE poison of some variety, like Olgrev's toxic radiation, would be fantastic for orc. You know, for all I'm bitching, my spell skills are up to 8. My martial skills are up to 10. I'm doing fine. Objectively, I could switch over. Maybe I should switch over to a pure martial build until I find the better options for majoring. Something that that's the null privilege, right? The null curse is that I can't focus train. The null privilege is I don't have to. Pretty sure that these guys can't be mephitic. I'm pretty sure. Oh, it doesn't say they can't, so maybe they can. Let's go to the fire pit and find out. Flaming death much? Yeah, if I was playing for turn count, this would be killing my turn count right now. Lucky for me, I don't care about such things. I mostly care about reliable wins. Okay, you are confusable. When confused, you are capable of burning yourself alive. That's useful information. We once again have enough money for Summon Store. This time I'm gonna avoid doing it. I don't much feel like using up more money, throwing good money after bad, as it were. Come on, die already. There you go. Just stop. Just need this to end already. You, come here. Stop Dugan. You, come here. Cut you up. Come here. Come here. Cut you up. Come here. Come here. Come here. A little closer. A little closer. Mephitic. Okay, the AoE slowing is a pain, so we'll get out this 4 and just do that instead. Alrighty, and I think that'll about finish it. That, I need to finish this guy. This is, my god, didn't pull. Yeah, I'm getting close to the limit of my time. I'd hoped to finish this floor a little faster, but it's past 4 already, and I'm gonna need a bail soon. Anyway, butcher that guy up. Ooh, ring. Let's ditch a bunch of useless stuff. We don't need the long sword of unenchanted anymore. We definitely don't need random extra robes. Though I would keep the volcano resistance robe on the off chance it comes up. I don't need a random telly. We can figure out what this is the hard way. Let's read that. Resist poison, resist fire, stealth plus. This obviates the need for a resist poison dagger. I'm probably better off with alternative options now. If I'm holding a... Yeah, good. Let's go deal with this guy before my allies disappear. A brief summon scroll effect. To me. Come to me. So we are just straight up mephitic stabbing for the win here. Good. Anything else? New potions to ID. New rings to test wear. Yeah, we're not wearing that one. Protection is better. And it looks like there's a white dragon layer here with cash, which mercifully I can afford to not take because as a rich Gazagite, the cash will not tempt me to my death. Good. I already am wearing every armor slot except the gloves, so I don't need to go after the gauntlets. Stab finishes on all of you guys. I'm already resistant to fire. Stab finishes on Blindworm. Okay, before I dig too deep into these chambers, I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna back off all the way to here and intentionally trigger the alarm trap so that they all get pulled out to me, and I can take them on with safe steer to retreat to. And that should make it much easier to get through this final area. Okay, we're good. Was there any artifacts that I left behind? Yeah, there was cool mace. Let's go figure out what kind of cool mace this is. It's an int +4 resist electricity vamp mace. Now that's what I'm talking about. Attack speed above average. This might be the answer to what I need in order to proceed, actually. We're gonna double or nothing go to the Orcish Mines. It looks like the door is as bad as I remember it, but my survival is much better now, so what can we do here? We can start mephiticking everything, make them dance like crazy. Then we can start socking the heavier duty targets with a vamp weapon to gain back HP while hitting them. There's a Cyclops? Jesus, what kind of floor is this? I can always use fear to create an opening, but I'm not trying to create an opening. I'm trying to create a kill box. Make sure that you are also, you know what? A dagger is better. Strikes faster and removes targets with stab damage, which is kind of the goal here. Now that I have the entrance under control, I first walked in here, most of these enemies were high rank relative to me. Now they're almost all low rank compared to me. So yeah, made sense. Okay, with Orc cleared, with Orc 1 cleared up, we are in a solid shape to try for Orc 2. With 2,000 gold, we'll have a good shot at getting something good to upgrade my character. This concludes my time for today, so maybe we get greater player off of this guy after all. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.